Hey guys, welcome to Op Motorsports. I get a lot of questions about my 1988 Suburban when I tell people that I four-wheel drive swapped it, four-speed swapped it, and small block swapped it. So this thing started out as a two-wheel drive 3/4 ton with a big block. So when I did the swap, I never pulled the body off the frame. So this thing still retains the factory two-wheel drive frame. It actually still has the original spring hangers and 3/4 ton springs in the back. It also still has the automatic steering column. All I did was pulled the shift lever. I did install a set of 4-speed factory pedals, mechanical linkage. The shifters are stock 4-speed shifters out of a 78 pickup, factory boots. I made my own trans tunnel, and under the hood, this was a TBI 454 before. Now we have a 350 small block, came out of a parts truck. It was already a running engine. Runs pretty well. The 454 is pretty tired. That was my only reason for going small block. So I didn't have a smartphone when I built this. I built it, I'm thinking in 2014. I did take some pictures, but not as many as I should have. So up front, it uses the factory two-wheel drive frame. These are four-wheel drive hangers off of a 78 frame. They also have the 78 core sport mounts, which use a different bushing. So if you're doing this on an 80s model, you'll need the 70s core sport bushings. But the hangers were very close. A couple holes lined up, a couple didn't. As you can see, some of them are right beside the factory hole. You will have to drill the holes for the underside. And this was the mount I made for the sway bar. I planned on adding more to it and never got around to it, but it's held up fine for the past almost 6 years. For the spring shack, where you're going to need about a 2-inch hole through the frame. And the factory four-wheel drive spring hanger mounts, they bolt in. There's a lot of undercoating, it's hard to see, but there's 4 of them. They bolt through, and then the spring will mount right through them. The four-wheel drive steering box bolts right in place. The shocks even bolt up to the two-wheel drive location, which is basically the same as a four-wheel drive, although it doesn't have the little brace that kind of supports the shock there. Again, it doesn't seem to be causing any problems. I don't really off-road this other than the occasional backcountry road, but it doesn't see like severe off-roading or anything. A lot of people want to know why I didn't keep it 3/4 ton. It was just because these are parts I had. I had a complete truck, and already had the wheels, the engine, everything. I built this for next to nothing. I didn't really spend any money on it. I actually made money off the leftover parts I took out of this. So one thing that always interests people is that I'm using a 3/4 ton 70s Ford long bed drive shaft. It's a one-piece shaft with conversion U-joints. So my initial build was just to get the thing running and driving with parts I had, making it into a reliable four-wheel drive 4-speed with a small block, which I did that, and it ran and drove great. Then I took it a step further over the next year or two after that, and patched up the body and gave it the paint job it has now. It needs cleaned really bad, but I just haven't had time. Usually it gets cleaned regularly during the summer because I put it in shows, but there are no shows right now, so that is what it is. Before I end the video, I'm sure you guys want to hear it run, so we'll see if it'll start. watching, guys. If you want to see more, please like, subscribe, share. Maybe next time we'll try to do a ride-along video, and maybe if you're lucky, yep, it's a Camaro. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll even get a ride-along video in that.